Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Today is a very, very, very sad day. Why? Because today I'm concluding my Beatles album reaction journey. Now, damn, man. You don't understand how sad I am. Because during this journey, I found out how prevalent the Beatles were in my life without me even knowing. My favorite artists are inspired by the Beatles. When I listen to music that I listened to before the Beatles, I hear the influences, I hear the samples, I hear the melodies, and it's just like, wow, I was always blinded. And mind you, if you look at my very first ever Beatles album reaction, which was Abbey Road, in that video, I said I've always heard their name. I've always been meaning to listen to their albums, but for some reason I never got to them. And it just so happened that I made a YouTube channel, and I thought now was the perfect time to do it just because I got a lot of requests for them. And I definitely learned a lot, whether it comes from just music in general, the creation of music, even when you get down to the nitty-gritty stuff of mixing and mastering and the production side of things. Man, this intro could be at least 45 minutes long, honestly. But I have so much to say that I'm going to create another video. So make sure to stay tuned for that if you're interested. That video will be what I learned and my experience reacting to the Beatles' entire discography. And then after I sit with these albums for a good amount of time, I'm gonna make a follow-up video of me ranking my Beatles albums. And you gotta keep in mind, I don't have the nostalgia factor. I'm a new listener. So my ranking gonna be really, really different. But at the same time, man, it's really hard to make a ranking. If I do it right now, I might have to change it like every other day, to be honest with you. But yeah, man, pretty sad day. The energy is there, but it's also not there at the same time, just because I know this is coming to an end. And I don't really know what to do with myself after that. But anyways, go ahead and comment down below any kind of other reactions you want for the future. I know some people were mentioning the Beach Boys, which I definitely plan to do. A lot of Eddie Van Halen stuff coming in the future as well. A lot of cool stuff coming. So let me know in the comments what else you want, and I'll definitely keep that in mind. If you enjoy the videos, please consider signing up to the Patreon. The sole reason why I'm able to continue to make content, but honestly, just you being here really means a lot to me. First and foremost, thank you for everybody who watched all my Beatles videos. If this is your first time watching, if you even watched 2 or 3, thank you for being here. And I know a lot of people also see my channel and they see me react to pop music or R&B music or hip hop music. Some people get turned off by that because they think once you listen to rock music or the Beatles that you cannot like anything else. But yeah, y'all have stuck with me regardless of what I listen to, which that in itself, again, thank you. You don't understand how much that means to me. And another thing I would like to add is, just because you see an album reaction doesn't mean I fully like it. You got to watch the full video. Don't just click the video, leave a comment, and leave. I'm telling you, you got to watch it. But anyways, thank you, truly. I know a lot of people in the beginning were like, you're a liar, you're faking your reactions because how have you not heard the Beatles? Dog, I'm so young. My parents listen to Spanish music. Ain't nobody around me listen to the Beatles. That's just where, it's just where I grew up, right? And then other people were like, they really found my comments insightful. I'm like, me? Like, insightful? I'm like, wow. Anyways, this intro is getting very emotional now. I'm sorry about that. Now, with all that said, without further ado, let's get into the reaction. All right, man, we got the Let It Be reaction. Track 1 is Two of Us, which another sad thing is it's only 12 songs and 35-minute runtime, which is so crazy because I was getting used to the 1+ hour, double albums. I was getting so used to that. We're kind of reverting back into like their earlier works where they were doing like 30-minute albums. But either way, it should be really, really amazing or really, really classic. You know how they keep their albums jam-packed? Oh my gosh. Okay. Track 1 is Two of Us. Two of Us.
I Dig a Pygmy by Charles Hawtrey and the Deaf Aids. Phase 1, in which Doris gets her oats.
Oh yeah. That's the dream.
You and me Sunday driving, not arriving on our way back home. On our way home.
Kind of sounds a little bit country-esque.
We're on our way home. We're going home.
Oh, nice, man. Oh, the drum. Oh, the doon doon dinner dun.
Sending postcards, writing letters on
This kind of sounds like live instrumentation.
Me burning matches, lifting latches on our way back home. We're
Those
on our
drums.
way home. We're on our way home. We're going home.
Come on.
You and I
Oh.
have memories longer than the road that stretches out ahead.
Come on.
Two of us wearing raincoats, standing so low in the sun.
Slight sing-along kind of melody to it.
Chasing paper, getting nowhere on our way back home. We're on our way home. We're on our way home.
Very nice opener, man.
We're going home.
Very smooth.
You and I have memories longer than the road that stretches out ahead.
Nice line.
Two of us wearing raincoats, standing so low in the sun. You and me chasing paper, getting nowhere on our way back home.
It's hard not to move along to this
We're on
track.
our way home. We're on our way home. We're going home.
Oh yeah.
We're going home.
Oh yeah. Dun, 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 dun.
You better believe it.
Oh, the whistles.
Goodbye.
That was a beautiful intro. All aspects of that song is very beautiful, even the bass. Yeah, ending it with the whistles was pretty nice. It was very soothing, but also had like this infectious kind of beat to it where it makes you want to dance along. The two of us, you could take it whether it's in friendship or just like a relationship, just that companionship and just having shared experiences. Now, part of the reason why I like the Beatles is because I can really connect with them on a personal level, when it comes to their music and their songwriting. So something I've always been thinking about is I like doing stuff, but I like having shared experiences. So when I, for example, going to a concert, I would rather do it with somebody. I can go alone, but I would prefer to have somebody, right? It's just that shared experience, which that song kind of had that, you know, what it was essentially about, right? But it was a very warm kind of folk-esque country song. It's kind of stripped back in terms of, you know, kind of felt like some live instrumentation, or they're in the studio just kind of like being themselves and being artists, rather than have all this kind of experimental psychedelic things that they were doing so far as of late. But yeah, I really like that one. That was very, very warm, very heartfelt, really nice intro, man. I really do like that one. Now moving on to track 2, which is Dig a Pony.
Dig a pony. Well, you can celebrate anything you want. Yes, you can celebrate anything you want. Oh, do a road hop. Well, you can penetrate any place you go. Yes, you can penetrate any place you go. I told you so. All I want is you.
Come on.
Everything has got to be just like you want it to.
Oh yeah.
Because
Oh, that feel.
pick a moon Yes, you can radiate everything you are. Oh, now
It's soothing, but also has some rawness to it.
Well, you can imitate everyone you know. Yes, you can imitate everyone you know. I told you so. All I want is you.
Everybody lives in the sky.
Everything has got to be just like you want it to.
Oh yeah. Oh, beautiful. Oh yeah.
Feel the wind, love. Well, you can indicate everything you see. Yes, you can indicate anything you see. Oh, now.
I really like this one. It's like swaying me back and forth.
Well, you can syndicate any boat you row. Yeah, you can syndicate any boat you row. I told you so. All I want is you. Everything has got to be just like you want it to.
It's the little, you know.
Because
Those little drum fills, man. Okay.
Thank you, brothers. My hand's getting too cold to play a chord now.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like they're going for more of a live instrumentation kind of sound for this album, a little bit more stripped back, which I really appreciate. Now that one is like a more so of an abstract expression of just love, which again, that loose live band feel to it is what also adds to that lovey-dovey feeling. It has a smoothness to it, but also the rawness. Maybe again, it's the vocals, the primary force, but also that bluesy kind of feel to it, which again, when the Beatles go into a bluesy mode, you got me. Plus the raw vocals, you got me. Every time he said "oh," I keep thinking about "oh darling." Like he's about to say "oh darling." Like when he's about to go into that, I keep thinking about that. But you know, it's a different song. But that was a nice one to like really close your eyes to, or just sit back and relax to. That is definitely one of my. It's gonna be one of my relaxation songs for sure. Definitely for sure. Especially like when you're driving with the windows down on a summer evening. For sure. For sure. All right, we got track 3, which is Across the Universe.
Words are flowing out like endless rain into
this one sounds
a
live.
paper cup. They slither wildly as they slip away across the universe. Pools of sorrow, waves of joy are drifting through my opened mind, possessing and caressing me.
I don't know what that means.
Nothing's gonna change my world. Nothing's gonna change my world. Nothing's gonna change my world. Nothing's gonna change my world.
Those harmonies in the background are really nice too.
Images of broken light which dance before me like a million eyes. They call me on and on across the universe. Thoughts meander like a restless wind inside a
It's a very
letterbox.
comforting song.
They tumble blindly as they make their way across the universe. Jackaroo
I'm gonna search that up.
Nothing's gonna change my world.
Oh, nice.
Nothing's gonna change my world.
That is amazing.
Nothing's gonna change my world. Nothing's gonna change my world.
I love this song a lot.
Sounds of laughter, shades of life are ringing through my opened ears, inciting and inviting me. Limitless, undying love which shines around me like a million.
This is a very beautiful
suns and
song.
calls me on and on across the universe. Jackaroo Deva. Nothing's gonna change my world. Nothing's gonna change my world. Nothing's gonna change my world. Nothing's gonna change my world.
I feel at peace right now. Like genuine peace. That song put me at genuine peace for 3.5 minutes. So during that song, I searched up what that means, Jai Guru Deva. It's a mantra, glory to the divine teacher, victory to the shining remover of darkness. So that's kind of what it means. Just double checking. Yeah, glory to the divine teacher through meditation. All right, cool. Yeah, I don't know too much about their personal lives, right? I definitely learned more, especially the last few days, about John Lennon. I remember hearing about his passing, but it didn't connect with me that John Lennon's in the group, even though I'm familiar with John Lennon. But once I knew the band members' names, it just kind of went out the window to me about John's passing and how he passed and kind of, just the band members' personal lives, right? Just because when I do these reactions, I don't do research beforehand because I like to let the music speak for itself. I sit with the albums for a while. Usually the comments kind of give me a good understanding of it, but whenever I need to search something up, I search up strictly about the music, not about their personal lives. Now, last couple of days, last few weeks, I should say, I've been reacting to artists, and they've been mentioning John Lennon a lot and Paul McCartney, and just all the members, right? They've been mentioning them all and what they mean to them. And then I heard about some personal stuff, so I did some research a little bit. So I know they had the spiritual side to them that I wasn't too familiar with. I mean, you hear it in the music, especially when it comes to their more psychedelic stuff. They have some spiritual music in there. But to kind of see how they live their lives is also pretty cool to see how their lives really match their music, and it's not necessarily a big separation. Another thing was I was talking to somebody in real life that was older than me about the Beatles and how I just started listening to them. This person said, yeah, man, my favorite Beatles albums are the ones where they were doing drugs. And there's like the psychedelic ones. I'm like, okay. And from the comments, that seems to be the consensus as well. But anyways, Across the Universe, that was spiritual reflection, very peaceful song. And it really had like this dreamlike ascension. Like you listen to that song and you feel like you're laying down and like your spirituality just coming out your body, your consciousness, and it's just floating in the air. Truly at peace, right? It had some orchestral touches to it, which really leads into just you closing your eyes and just kind of finding peace. So I really, really love that song. Really love it. Now moving on to the next track, which is track 4, I, Me, Mine. Oh my God. Oof.
All through the day,
Yeah.
I'm in mine, I'm in mine, I'm in mine.
Oh my God.
All through the night, I'm in mine, I'm in mine, I'm in mine. Now the frightened of leaving it, everyone's
drums.
leaving it, coming on strong all the time. All through the day, I'm in mine.
ridiculous.
Even those tears, I'm in mine, I'm in mine, I'm in mine. No one's frightened of playing it, everyone's saying it, flowing more freely than wine. All through the day, I'm in mine. I'm in mine.
That switch up is insane. The very dark verse leading into this like rock heavy chorus.
All I can hear,
This is amazing.
I'm in mine,
This is,
I'm in mine, I'm in mine. Even those tears, I'm in mine, I'm in mine, I'm in mine. No one's frightened of playing it, everyone's saying it, flowing more freely than wine. All through your life, I'm in mine.
Sheesh. Shout out to George, man. That was crazy. That was insane. That was insane. That was okay. I mean, mine. There's talking about ego, selfishness, right? And that dynamic switch. The verses was very kind of, it lulls you into like this darkness, and then the chorus is a very like rock section where it's kind of like, yeah, this is me. It's clever how the concept, the lyrical nature of the song, right, is this, the ego, selfish part. The verses is you reflecting, and then the hook is like, yeah, I don't care. I'm me. It's my ego right now. Which is that is really cool. That was amazing. The guitar work, amazing. Perfect. But I heard it the first 10 seconds. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna like this one already. I already do. I thought it was gonna go more so to like a blues vibe, but it went more to a rock side, which that's cool too. Look, man, it's awesome. That was awesome. Now moving on to the next track, which is track 5, Dig It.
Like a rolling stone. Like a rolling stone. Like the FBI and the CIA and the BBC, BB King and Doris Day. Matt Busby, dig it, dig it, dig it, dig it, dig it.
Can You Dig It by Georgie Wood. And now we'd like to do All the Angels Come.
That was you see, like that's one I'm definitely gonna have to research after the fact, because I wouldn't understand Dig It. I don't know what any of that was, to be honest with you. That's definitely one I'm gonna have to do research after the fact. But I'm gonna move on from that because I really don't know what to say about it. But track 6 is Let It Be.
When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And in my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be.
Oh, the backgrounds.
Let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. And when the broken-hearted people living in the world agree, there will be an answer, let it be. For though they may be parted, there is still a chance that they will see. There will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Yeah, there
Everybody.
Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be.
Lighters in the sky. Come on.
Whisper words of wisdom, let it be.
Oh, nice. They took everyone to church. Wow. Oh my God. That is fire.
Let it be, let it be, yeah, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. And when
I
the
heard that.
night is cloudy, there is still a light that shines on me. Shine until tomorrow, let it be. I wake up to the sound of music. Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom. Let it be. Yeah, let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Yeah, let it be. For there will be an answer.
Everybody, hands in the sky. Let's go.
Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Yeah, let it be. For
That's
there
hard, man.
will be an answer. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be.
This is perfect song.
Yeah, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom. Let it be.
You know what crazy? The crazy thing is that is one of their most beautiful songs. That is one of their most beautiful songs, and like it was even their most experimental track. That was very. I'm finding myself saying that song is beautiful a lot during this album reaction for the Let It Be album. Now this one was more so faith based, you know, especially during difficult times. And the Let It Be, my personal favorite life saying, and I've kind of gotten away from it, but I've been reverting back, is it is what it is. Like sometimes, you know, life just comes at you at different ways. No matter, it don't matter if you're living perfectly. Life gonna throw something at you that you were not expecting, and it has nothing. It's not your fault at all. That's life, right? And sometimes a way to get rid of some of that stress is, hey, it is what it is, man. It's life. And that song was that, but in the most beautiful way possible. Finding peace during the most difficult times. Just let it be, letting go. And obviously, when you have that faith, that really does help a lot. Again, it's not about me. I read the comments, even though this is my YouTube channel. But you know, some people have pointed it out. You see the cross pendant right here. Like some people have pointed it out. So when it comes to the more spiritual tracks, it does resonate with me a lot. So that's probably why I love this song so much. That gospel inspired piano was amazing. I just think Paul's voice, man, is just like, imagine giving this song to somebody else. I don't think you can have that same feel if it's not his voice, you know. That was just a very beautiful song. Let It Be, yeah. You actually round of applause for that one. It's been a while since I pulled up the soundboard for a Beatles reaction. I know a lot of y'all hate it, so I don't use it that often. Now moving on to the next track. Damn, Let It Be was so perfect. All right, Let It Be. Oh no, we already. All right, track 7 is Maggie Mae. Okay.
Oh, dirty Maggie Mae, they have taken her away, and she never walked down Line Street anymore. Oh, the judge, she guilty found her, robbing the homeward bound her. That dirty, no good Robin, Maggie Mae.
Robin, yeah.
'Tis the part of Liverpool, did it turn me to £2.10 a week
that was my pay.
Who's Maggie Mae? You know, I've been realizing after I learned more about the album, because this is just a first reaction, it's only like a surface level. But when the Beatles have a song, especially like "Sexy Sadie," for example, or some of the other ones, they're actually referring to certain people in their lives. So I don't know who Maggie Mae is. That definitely had like a humor side of things, which is cool because throughout their whole discography, I would have never guessed coming into their discography that they were funny like that. So probably another one of those songs where you're not supposed to look too much into it, just have some humor involved, you know. But track 8 is "I've Got a Feeling."
I've got a feeling deep inside. Oh yeah, oh yeah, that's right. I've got a feeling I can't hide. Oh no, no, oh no, oh no.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh wow. Oh.
I've got a feeling,
I wasn't expecting that.
oh, please believe me, I'd hate to miss the train. Oh yeah, oh yeah. And if you leave me, I won't be late again. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Yeah, yeah. I've got a feeling.
Oh yeah. Come on.
I got a feeling. Oh, I need you to be the one around. I don't know what he told me.
Yeah.
All I got me looking for is somebody who looks like you.
Oh my God.
Feeling.
Okay. Their entire discography, especially on this album, they choose the most perfect times to bring in the guitar. The most perfect times to have some slight variation in whatever the riff is, right? Just perfect timing all throughout.
Stay on my toes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I've got a feeling. I think that everybody knows. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
You here for the Beatles part? Let me hear you.
Yeah.
Everybody had a hard year. Everybody had a good time. Everybody had a wet dream. Everybody saw the sunshine. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Everybody had a good year. Everybody let the hair down. Everybody pulled the socks up. Everybody put the food down. Oh yeah.
Oh, that guitar in the background is nasty.
Everybody had a wet dream. Oh yeah. Everybody saw the sunshine.
Everybody had a good year.
Everybody let the hair down. Oh no. Everybody put the socks up. Oh no. Everybody put the foot down. Oh yeah.
I've got a feeling. I got a feeling. Oh yeah. I got a feeling.
Come on. Oh man. You got a mic drop that one. Look, Paul, George, John, Ringo, everybody involved. That was I got a feeling. Cause "Let It Be" is a beautiful, perfect song. We did have a little bit of transitions with Maggie Mae. It was kind of like, what is this, right? And then we get into "I've Got a Feeling." Perfect perfect. Perfect, man. All throughout these reactions, I've been saying, whenever they do the rawness, that's automatically, like, I'm going to love that. They just got me. I'm a little bit biased when it comes to them and the raw voices. Now, a song about optimism, determination. You know, this whole album is just more so like on a life side of things, like kind of like having this enjoyment of life regardless of the circumstances, which I'm definitely here for this album and this kind of subject matter. This one had a little bit more of a lot more of a, you know, energetic feel to it, especially with the rock infused stuff in it. That was amazing. Amazing. You know what the crazy part is? I think somebody in the comments told me they weren't necessarily in the studio all together while making this album, especially John and Paul were like working in different spaces. Even if you look at the top right here in the Apple Music slight description. Oh, I'm not reading all that right now. But like their second sentence says that they were like in separate studios. Like even just to come up with stuff like this and have it feel like they're somewhat in the studio together. That in itself is a testament to how just great they are in terms of just working on music, right? Anyways, track 9 is One After 909. Everybody do the twist.
My baby says she's traveling on the one after 909. I said, move over, honey. I'm traveling on that line.
Oh yeah, we're back to like.
I said, move over once, move over twice. Come on, baby, don't be cold as ice.
That was.
Said you're traveling on the one after 909. I begged her not to go, and I begged her on my bended knee. You're only fooling around with me. I said, move over once, move over twice. Come on, baby, don't be cold as ice. Said you're traveling on the one after 909.
Everybody on the dance floor, come on, let's go.
Pick up my bag, run to the station. Railman says you got the wrong location. Pick up my bag, run right home. Then I find I got the number wrong. Well, said you're traveling on the one after 909.
Oh, nice.
Move over, honey, I'm traveling on that line. Said move over once, move over twice. Come on, baby, don't be cold as ice. Said you're traveling on the one after 909.
Yeah, we're definitely playing this in the car. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Run to the station.
Oh yeah, keep going.
You got the wrong location. Hey, pick up the bag, run right home. Then I find I got the number wrong. Well, said you're traveling on the
Fun
one after
track.
909. Said move over, honey, I'm traveling on that line.
So move over once,
Move over
twice.
Come on, baby, don't be cold as ice. Said you're traveling on the one after 9-0. She said you're traveling on the one after 9-0. Said you're traveling on the one after 909. Oh, Danny boy, Savannah calling.
Yo, okay, I really, really love this album a lot. A lot. This is crazy. This is insane. This was a really fun track. One after 909. Move over once. Move over twice. On the one after that's awesome. I love the energetic feel to this. You know, yo, that one. That was just straightforward, like just rock and roll, right? Hopefully, I'm not saying, you know, because again, my knowledge towards rock and roll is still very limited, and so hopefully, I that statement doesn't ruffle any feathers, but that was just straight, just fun and energetic. That song really reminded me of their earlier work, specifically in their first 2 or 3 albums, especially if I had to just choose one, their first album. Like this really takes me back to like the first album. So when I heard the first couple, you know, seconds of the song, I was like, everybody do the twist, just because it reminds me of that era, right? And I was like listening to the song, and I'm like, yeah, this is a very fun song. I'm definitely gonna be playing this in the car. And now that the weather has warmed up, and I'm listening to the Beatles in warm weather, because I started this journey when it was like negative 25 degrees outside, and as the months have gone on, the weather has picked up, and I'm washing my car listening to the Beatles. I'm driving long distances with the windows down, wind blowing, listening to the Beatles. So it's a whole different experience listening to it in the summer. And One After 909 is definitely one of those ones. It's a summer song for sure. A really fun track. I love that one a lot. Now, moving on to track 10, which is The Long and Winding Road.
The long and winding road that leads to your door will never disappear. I've seen that road before. It always leads me here. Lead me to your door.
Like, this song sounds like fresh snow is falling.
The wild and windy night that the rain
Oh, never mind. It's springtime.
washed away has left a pool of tears, crying for the day. Why leave me standing here? Let me know the way. Many times I've been alone, and many times I've cried. Anyway, you'll never know the many ways I've tried, and still they lead me back to the long winding road.
I think the subtle instrumentation to the song is part of like the reason why it just moves your body elsewhere.
A long, long time ago. Don't leave me waiting here. Lead me to your
Like, this sounds like a symphony right here.
but still they lead me back to the long winding road. You left me standing here a long, long time ago. Don't keep me waiting here. Lead me to your
Yeah, that one. Okay. Yeah, that one had more of like a symphony kind of feel to it, which is really cool. It definitely was a way different song than One After 909, obviously. But when you get into that one, The Long and Winding Road, more so longing after a heartbreak. But that one was a very emotional song, very piano driven, and that orchestral / symphony feel to it gave it like this winter feel. I mean, they mentioned the rain and the wind, but it was more so in a metaphoric kind of way. So me, the way I look at that song is like fresh snow is falling and you're heartbroken during the holidays. That's how I picture that song. If I were to make a movie and that song was playing in the background, that would be my plot. guys going through it because for whatever reason his girl and him split up, and the holidays is upon him, fresh snow, cold outside. That's how I would a picture a plot to that song. But it was a really nice song. It was just definitely I think my only, I wouldn't say call it a gripe, but the sequencing of it was kind of a little bit odd, especially after having I've Got a Feeling and One After 909. Then you got The Long and Winding Road. Maybe change the sequencing, but that is just nitpicking. But, you know, I do definitely like that song. But now track 11, which is For You Blue. Gotta refresh my page. I'm sorry about that. For You Blue.
Queen says no to pot-smoking FBI members.
They mentioned the FBI a lot.
Because you're sweet and lovely, girl, I love you.
Da, da.
Because you're sweet and lovely, girl, it's true. I love
yeah.
you more than ever, girl, I do. I want you in the morning, girl, I love you. I want you at the moment I feel blue. I'm living every moment, girl, for you.
That is very fun. This sounds like they're just sitting around together.
Go, Johnny, go. Them old 12-bar blues.
This is like they're all sitting together and grooving.
Elmore James got nothing on this, baby. I've loved you from the moment I saw you. You looked
That is
at me,
crazy.
that's all you had to do. I feel it now, I hope you feel it too.
Dun, 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 dun.
Cause you're sweet and lovely, girl, I love you. Because you're sweet and lovely, girl, it's true.
Nice.
I love you more than ever, girl, I do. Rhythm and blues.
You know, that song was simple but not simple. That's really hard to explain. That's called making the most out of little. It's not what I don't really know how to explain it. Like there's just so much subtle stuff or stuff that's supposed to be subtle, but it has a large presence in the song. Not sure if that makes sense, right? But that was more so like just some sort of like romantic affection in that song in terms of the subject matter. But then there was like this relaxed, bluesy, inspired kind of feel to it. And just throughout the entirety of the track, there was like different stuff that was like grabbing your attention, even though it wasn't too grandiose and abrupt. It was just always there, kind of, you know, aiding you into the feeling that they're creating. That one sounded like they were all sitting together, even though if they weren't, but it kind of sounded like they were sitting together and they were just grooving like a band session, and it just essentially became a song. That's how I, you know, listened to that song. But I really like that one, especially just because it was more so the instrumentation on there. That was pretty cool. But now track 12 is Get Back. If it wants to play.
Rosetta. Sweet Loretta Fat, she thought she was a cleaner, but she was a frying pan. Yeah, that's it. The picker. Picks with the fingers, great. Okay.
Oh, this about to be crazy.
Jojo was a man who thought
That is nice.
Go home. Get back,
Boom, boom, boom.
back to where you once belong.
Boom, boom,
Get back,
boom, boom.
get back, back to where you once belong. Oh, get back, Joe.
Oh my god. Sheesh.
Sweet Loretta Martin thought she was a woman, but she was another.
Oh man.
All the girls around her say she's got it coming, but she gets it while she can. Oh, get back, get back, get back to where you once belong. Get back, get back, get back.
It sounds like he's pulling the mic away as he says get back. Like get back.
Go home. Oh, get back, get back, get back to where you once
Once belong.
Get back.
Uh-huh.
Get back to where you once belonged. Get back.
Get back.
Thanks, Mo.
I'd like to say thank you on behalf of the group and ourselves, and I hope we pass the audition.
Passed the audition. Okay, that was a very fun track. Get back. Ah, that is the very last song though. That's like, oh my god. All right, let me talk about the song first, and then I can talk about the album in its entirety. Get back, get back. Just that one was more so like, you know, at first I kind of thought it was like more so. I mean, it is talking about a girl though, right? But I feel like just, that one's kind of multi-layered in a sense. Is they're talking about a girl, but they're also kind of talking about returning to like yourself. So I don't know. There's maybe I'm looking too far into it, but whatever, right? That one was more of a up-tempo rock, but still live band energy kind of song. The guitar riffs on there were crazy though, crazy. But don't forget the bass though. The bass is really nice. When it comes to that song's entirety, that was a very fun track. I wouldn't have expected that one to be their closer for like their the career. That I didn't want this to end, man. I didn't want this to end, but anyways, that is the first reaction to the Beatles' Let It Be. This is their final album. Damn, man. A very, very fun listen. I really love this album a lot. I love it a lot. I mean, when it comes to this one had a more of a, for lack of better words, a simpler but a live feel to it. And they added the audience in there. They added some claps. They added some commentary in there for like a few seconds for some of the songs, right? Instead of having a more complex production style like they've been having with their most recent projects, especially albums like I don't know, maybe Rubber Soul, Revolver, you know, etc., etc. You know which ones I'm talking about. And they just kind of went back to more so of, well, now Get Back kind of it makes sense now, kind of, that they're kind of reverting back into a more of a simpler but intimate kind of feel for these songs. Yeah, from what I was told in the comments is that the recording sessions for this one was particularly very hard because they weren't in the same studio. Band members necessarily didn't get along, and it was just kind of like an album that most of it was recorded before Abbey Road, which, you know, after Abbey Road is like, dang, that's so insane, right? So they kind of had to go back into like reverting back into a simpler time. But yeah, man, John, Paul, George, Ringo. Damn, man, this is the end. I really love this one. I really love this one a lot. This one had some blues in there, some rock in there, some pop in there, some gospel in there, which is really nice. I feel like sometimes just reverting back to simplicity, like, you just can't go wrong with it. I mean, the Beatles are the Beatles. They are who they are. They're very unique. Whether they're doing something very experimental or whether it's more of whether they're doing covers, whether they're just doing something just out of pure musicianship, that simple stuff, regardless of what they want to do, I feel like they really know how to really connect with the listener and really just kind of give a feel that people who love music can just find a groove to or get lost into. So this is what that album did for me. I was able to get my thoughts like very spiritual at times. I was able to get very reflective at times, but also I was able to have fun. And I'm sitting in a chair, but I was moving my shoulders, and if I was standing up doing reactions, I would be dancing sometimes. But yeah, man, I really like this album a lot. Damn, man, you gotta think about Sgt. Pepper's, you gotta think about Abbey Road, you gotta think of, whew, damn, what a journey, man, what a journey. I want to take the time again to say thank you to everybody who tuned in for this journey. Thank you for all of you, genuinely, even the haters that said some mean comments, because I be reading them when I'm doing the Stairmaster at the gym, and I be wanting to talk so much stuff back, but I don't want to get my channel banned or get a strike. So just know I see you, and I could really go crazy on you. But to the supporters, the people who even through my mistakes and even through my dumb young learning experiences and kind of me getting the songs wrong and just being open to a new listener to the Beatles, genuinely thank you. You mean so much to me. I know you guys stayed even though like I listened to this for the first time, getting a lot of stuff wrong. This is just a first reaction. This is not like an in-depth synopsis of the Beatles, one of the greatest bands to ever walk the earth, right? Like, how could I ever understand this my age and not being alive for their run and not being there firsthand as these albums were reacting, right? So I've learned a lot in terms of just music in general, about the band, about the audience, the demographics, and kind of like some of your guys' life experience. Like, you guys have really taught me a lot. Thank you all for watching, man. Truly a blessing. Definitely mean that. Y'all have also given me my first ever 100K view video plus, which is the Abbey Road reaction. When I filmed that reaction, I had no idea y'all were gonna like it. That was really new to me. Like, when I turn on this camera, I'm just me. And sometimes I'm a very boring person. I'm very just chill in general. So when I react, the music is what's pushing me. But when I listen to Abbey Road, it was like some stuff that I've never really heard before. So I was kind of like in awe. But when you're in awe, you're not necessarily the most like energetic. You're not necessarily the most like vocal. You're just like in awe, right? And the fact that people still found that video really interesting. Thank you all. Thank you, man. Thank you for sure. That's all. I can't really say thank you. Thank you so much. I just literally can't stop saying thank you. But yeah, I got 2 videos coming in the future in regards to the Beatles, which is my experience and what I've learned reacting to the Beatles, and the second one is their album rankings and according to my personal music taste and how often I go back to them, plus some of my favorite songs from each album. So if you're interested, make sure to stay tuned for that. Hopefully I'll see you on another video. That's all I got for y'all. Thank you all for the journey.